Well, I was standing on a corner when I heard my bulldog bark. He was barking at the two men who were gambling in the dark. It was Stagger Lee and Billy, two men who gambled.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Mystery Us. As part of our Heroes and Legends, our Unsung Heroes and Legends series, we're going to have a guest who is my father, Vernis Pratt, and he's kind of a Nashville story. He came to Nashville in 1968 with a record deal, so he's kind of like every man's dream that comes to Nashville, and he was a little bit too rock and roll for country and too country for rock and roll. So welcome to Mystery Us, Dad.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here.
Vernis Pratt. It's a V-E-R-N-I-S, like Elvis, but it's Vern, you know what I mean? All right. Now, you did a song called A Place in the Sun that was written by Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Now, when did you do that song? That was
Been
like
about less than a year.
that was in the 70s, right?
When I first did it?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's a really great song. It's got your guitar player on there is Tiny T-Bone McLeod, and he's like one of the greatest guitar players, if not the greatest that ever lived. I mean, he's just unbelievable. We got some of his videos. I got a couple of videos with his music instrumentals on YouTube.
He was great.
And I've got your song, A Place in the Sun. Now, your version of the song is a whole lot faster than Stevie Wonder's, right?
Yeah.
His is kind of a slow.
Like a funeral dirge.
Like a funeral dirge compared to yours. Yours is rock and roll, yeah, baby. All right. Well, why don't we listen to Place in the Sun,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about some more of your
right.
varied and checkered career. Although, because you had kind of several careers. You were a blues singer, a rock and roll singer, and a country singer, and gospel singer, and whatever else, producer. So
Tried it all.
did it all. Here we go.
Like a long, lonely stream, I keep running for a dream. Moving on, moving on. Like a branch on a tree, I keep reaching to be free. Moving on, moving on. There's a place in the sun where there's a room for everyone, and my poor restless heart's gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gotta find your place in the sun. Like this tide-troubled earth, I've been running since my birth. Moving on, moving on. Like an old dusty road, I get weary from the load. Moving on, moving on. There's a place in the sun, and there's a room for everyone, and my poor restless heart's gotta run. There's a place in the sun, and before my life is done, gotta find me a place in the sun. Gotta find me a place in the sun. Gotta find me a place in the sun.
We moved from Hazard, Kentucky
Right.
to Hendersonville. In 1968, you had a record deal.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a question. I remember some of the press releases. Is it really true that you actually sang to farm animals as a kid, or was that just a little kind of hype there? Was that embellishing on the truth? Did you actually sing to the farm animals, or?
Well, they
You
didn't
was-
applaud.
They didn't applaud. They didn't really appreciate what you were doing there.
I'd go bring the cows in on a mule or a horse, you know,
Uh-huh.
and the cows never appreciated my efforts, man.
Cows didn't give you a standing ovation. Well, I guess they were standing all the time. But
Yeah.
standing ovation from a cow, though, I guess it's not really
Yeah, it'd
not
been
really the
nice
same.
if we had.
Now, what was the record company that you were with?
16th Avenue
South. Okay. And you recently got your master recordings back from them after about 25, 30 years. And so now you had two songs that were really popular on the radio. They were like the #1 songs in New York City and in LA and out in California on a bunch of radio stations. And one of those songs is called "You Don't Miss Your Water."
Yeah.
Okay. And that's like, that comes from the old saying, you don't miss your water till the well runs dry, right? Or till your well runs dry.
That's a line in the song, actually.
Right, that's a line in the song. Now, how did that song come about?
That's a good question. I heard that guy singing it. He's from Memphis.
Uh-huh.
The guy that wrote it and the guy that sang it first.
Right.
Cookie and the Cupcakes.
Cookie and the Cupcakes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I liked the song, man, so I did it.
Right, right. And it's a real bluesy. Let's listen to that song.
All right.
Because that's a really good song, and that's number 5 on there on your CD. It's the 5th song.
In the beginning, you really loved me. I was so blind, I couldn't see. Now that you've left me, whoa, I'll cry. You don't miss your water till you well runs dry. You don't miss your water till you well runs dry. I kept you crying, sad and blue. I was a playboy, couldn't be true. Now that you've left me, whoa, I'll cry. You don't miss your water till your well runs dry. No, you don't miss your water till your well runs dry. I sit and wonder, how can this be? I never thought you'd ever leave me. Now that you've left me, whoa, I'll cry. You don't miss your water till the well runs dry. No, you don't miss your water till the well runs dry. You don't miss your water till your well runs dry. You don't miss your
That was great. Now, the background singers on there, who were they?
They
'Cause
were
were
the
really smooth.
Callaways
The Callaways
from Harlan, Kentucky.
from Harlan, Kentucky.
It's a bunch of sisters.
Harlan, Kentucky. I heard that was a good place to be from.
Yeah.
Far from.
Well, they took the advice.
Harlan and Hazard kind of
Side
have
by
a little
side.
rivalry there, don't they?
Yeah.
As to which one of them is the wildest place or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think a lot of more people have probably heard of. There was a movie called Harlan County, USA they made up there. But I think more people have probably heard of Hazard because of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, the
All that
Harlan
stuff.
Harlan County is a dry county.
Mm-hmm.
Just one little town, and the whole about 4,000 people sells
Right.
booze. You know.
Yeah. But you used to play all the nightclubs up there in and around Hazard, and
Oh yeah.
it was a only wet county within 150 miles, I believe.
Really,
And so you had a lot of crowds at
Yeah.
these nightclubs.
people drive in there for miles, man.
Yeah.
Surprised me actually.
Mm-hmm.
They would drive that far. Of course, I thought they were driving to see me, but they may have just been driving to get a drink, you know.
Right. Now, when did you first start getting into music? What age did you actually try to start professionally?
I started playing for money, I guess, when I was 18, 19.
Wow.
You know,
So you were playing in clubs at 18, 19?
yeah.
Wow.
I just got married when I was 19.
Right. You got married when you were 19, and then I came along, and
Hmm.
everything went haywire.
Yeah. Messed up the apple cart.
Messed up the apple cart.
Yeah.
Well, oh well. Now, and you knew a lot of, you know everybody in country music. I mean, you've known Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson gave you, you knew him before he was ever famous, right? Before he ever was a hit and all that.
His bass player was my bass player.
Oh, okay. Now I know Willie gave you a signed autograph photo, and he signed it to the best singer in country music. So he really thinks highly of your singing ability.
Yeah.
And Willie Nelson's a really cool guy. I mean, he's got to be the
Greatest
coolest
guy in country music.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he is.
yeah.
He's down to earth, treats
Down to
everybody the
earth.
same, man.
Yeah. All right. Now the next song that we're going to listen to is a song called "Pearl's Not a Girl, It's a Beer." Now, how did that come about?
I met this guy in town here. He was from San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know where he got the song,
Right.
but he was trying to pitch it as a commercial to Pearl Beer.
Mm.
But we never got that job done. Or he's supposed to got it done. He never got it done.
Right. Well, it might have been because of some of the lyrics. Maybe some of those corporate executives didn't want the whole drunk and I can't get enough beer,
Yeah.
idea out there.
That's possible.
Or they might have thought, somebody might think, well, we do want them to drink Pearl beer, but we don't really. We want them to drink
Don't want them
responsibly.
to get drunk.
Yeah. Don't actually become inebriated or anything. All right. Well, let's listen to "Pearl's Not a Girl, It's a Beer" then.
Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer.
It's a beer,
Finest thing in Texas, so I hear.
so I hear.
It was good for dear old Pappy, and it sure did make him happy. Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer. When I put on my fancy pants and Pearl and I go out to dance round and round that ballroom floor. Every now and then we pause for a very worthwhile cause, and he's right out the old back door. Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer.
It's a beer,
Finest thing in Texas, so I hear.
so I hear.
It was good for dear old Pappy, Lord, it used to make him happy. Now Pearl ain't a girl, it's a beer. Pearl and I, we make the rounds of all the honky-tonks in town, just a spreading all of that good cheer. When we go on a trail ride, I get drunk cause dang my hide, I just can't seem to get my fill of beer. Pearl's not not a girl, it's a beer.
It's beer.
Finest thing in Texas, so I hear.
So I hear.
It was good for the old pappy. Lord, it used to make him happy. Now Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer. When good friends get together, it makes no difference what the weather. Pearl is good to have along. She's a comfort on a frosty night, and at a party she's out of sight. Pearl won't ever do you wrong. Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer.
It's beer.
Finest thing in Texas, so I hear.
So I hear.
It was good for my old pappy. Woo, it sure do make him happy. Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer. Yeah, Pearl ain't no girl, it's a beer.
It's a beer.
The finest thing in Texas, so I hear.
So I hear.
It was good for my old pappy, and it sure did make him happy. Pearl's not a girl, it's a beer.
Belly up and try one, boys.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, Pearl's Not a Girl, It's a Beer is a song that is your most popular song on YouTube. I've got a couple of these songs up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And let me explain to the audience a little bit what we're doing. We're kind of doing the rock and roll stuff that you on this particular show, and then we're going to do a country show and maybe a couple of country shows because we've got so many songs to get in.
70.
70, well, yeah, 70 songs, and you're 70 years old, so one song for every year.
I wish I
don't
was
think there's
70.
been a song done about the Cook County Jail in Chicago,
Yeah.
and that was kind
Big
of a,
jail.
it's a love song, but it's more of a message song. It's just kind of like, I don't know what the message is other than you don't want to go there.
You want to get out, is what you want.
The message is, stay out of trouble and don't go to the Cook County Jail because you won't like it. Where did you cut that song? Was that in Nashville or was it in Muscle Shoals?
I think I cut that at Merritt Studio.
Merritt Studio?
But I'm not sure.
That's on Music
I
Row.
cut a lot of stuff in Muscle Shoals. So.
Right, right. Yeah, and Tom Pick's our buddy out there at Merritt, and he's been there forever. He's like the greatest.
Guy, great engineer around.
And you've done a lot of producing out there.
Yeah.
You produced gospel, you produced rock, you produced country. What's your favorite thing to do? I mean, you don't really differentiate so much about the different styles of music, right?
No.
Music's music.
Music and music, it's all the same to me.
Right, it's all the same 7 notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you do your producing, you just use like the top A players in Nashville. I mean, because I've seen like Sam Bush, Pig Rollins is a piano
Robbins.
player. Robbins, I'm sorry, I always call him Rollins. Pig Robbins, he's actually a blind keyboard player who's played on all the hit records that ever come out of Nashville, I think.
You probably played on more records than anybody, really.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch him when you're in the studio. He goes and sits down and listens,
And boom, he's got it.
and everybody else is writing them down,
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, you got a great memory.
It's amazing just how when you're using those A players, how fast you can get stuff
I
done.
know.
Because you're not really struggling with the musicians.
Right.
It's like the first time they ever play it, hey, that's the best I ever heard that song in my life, you know.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of the sessions over the years, and
A-team is hard to beat, boy.
yeah. Now there's a bunch of A teams now, right?
Yeah, right.
There's several
There was
different
like
groups.
maybe 1.5 when I came here.
Right,
Jerry Reed, who died recently,
right,
was on the A-team.
right. Jerry Reed was a great guy.
Yeah.
And you worked with Jerry Reed and Burt Reynolds on a movie,
Yeah.
WW and the Dixie Dance Kings, and you were like you were with the Teamsters at the time,
I
right?
had a lot of fun.
You were Teamster captain and everything. And you got an autographed photo from Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
You played a little cards with the boys there, right? On the
Yeah, I
set?
told them
Played a
I'd
little-
play tonk.
Little tonk. Were y'all playing for money or just
Yeah.
for fun? Y'all played for money, so.
Yeah, quarter tonk.
So who won? I mean, you, Jerry Reed, or
I
Burt
won.
Reynolds? Yo, you
What do
won.
think?
So, but it was your
And Jerry got
it was your
good.
game. Jerry got really good at it.
Yeah.
So he started winning a little bit too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, everybody loves Jerry Reed. I mean, he's the original guitar man, the greatest guitar player, just up there with Chet Atkins.
First day we went out to on the set, we come back in and Jerry come over to me and said, "I can do this, man."
Yeah, he did. He did all
Yeah.
those Smoking the Bandit movies and
He was great,
everything
man.
with Burt Reynolds. Yeah, he was a great actor.
Yeah. I had to see him pass.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yeah, he was on a TV show interview right before he passed away, and I called in and got to speak to him and asked him a question and stuff, and so I got to connect with him a little bit.
He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Happiest man I ever met in my life.
Yeah, he was like always upbeat,
Yeah.
always happy, always in a good mood. Well, that's the way to be, folks.
The wind always blows in Chicago. There's a place where the air is still. You never can feel a cool breeze in the Cook County Jail. I think of you, the kids at home, how I miss you. I can't describe these mixed emotions that I feel. My mind wanders for a moment, then reality returns. There's no escape from the Cook County Jail. What I would give just to see you one more time. Time passes slowly, sometimes it seems it stands still. Someday soon we'll be together, just you, the kids and me. Then we'll forget there was a Cook County Jail. The wind always blows in Chicago. There's a place where the air is still. You never can feel.
All right, we did the Cook County Jail, and now you've been in music for 40 years, over 40
50.
years, 50 years.
60.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
my.
you traveled all over North America. Your band, you've had several different bands. We're about out of time here, and we're going to get to your last song, which is Stagger Lee. Now, like I said, Stagger Lee is a song that was recorded by Lloyd Price. Our last song is kind of one of your signature songs, and it's a song that was recorded by Lloyd Price. That's Stagger Lee.
Right.
Stagger Lee, but your version is a little bit different. What's the difference between your version and it's pretty much the same, but it's
Mine may be a little more rocky.
a little more rock and roll, whereas his
Yeah.
was more blues.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's hear Stagger Lee then.
The night was clear and the moon was yellow and the leaves came tumbling down. Well, I was standing on a corner when I heard my bulldog bark. He was barking at the two men who were gambling in the dark. It was Stagger Lee and Billy, two men who gambled late. Stagger Lee threw 7, Billy swore that he threw 8. Stagger Lee told Billy, I can't let you go with that. You done won all my money and my brand new Stetson hat. Stagger Lee thought he went home, yet he got his 44. He said, I'm going to the bar, I'm gonna pay that kid out. You go with that. You done won all my money and my brand new Stetson hat. Stagger Lee, he went home and he got his 44. He said, I'm going to the bar, I'm gonna pay that I owe. Stagger Lee went to the barroom and he stood in the barroom door. He said, nobody moving, he pulled his 44. Stagger Lee, cried Billy, please don't take my life. I got 3 little children and a very sickly wife. But Stagger Lee shot Billy, he shot that old boy so bad. When the bullet went through Billy, it broke the bartender's glass.
Vernis Pratt, thanks for being our guest on Mystery
Hey,
Us.
you're welcome, buddy. It's always a pleasure.
All right.